Reforged Radio.
Yo. Yo.
The fog sets in.
Yo, Ambitious Andrew, thank you for that sub. Appreciate that 2 months in a row, man. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's me. It's Smarmy Tank. Welcome to Reforged Radio. Tonight we've got a pretty cool fucking dude who's gonna roll in here in a moment, and we're gonna do some podcast shit. Just a couple of housekeeping items before we get rolling and bring him in here. Number one is it is in subscriber only mode. There's a reason for that. This is a podcast format. It's not necessarily a give and take like I would normally have with chat. Now, obviously, if you're a sub and you're in here and you're chatting, I probably will read your shit. Okay. Also, because we don't like dipshits to fuck up our fun, there is no follower alert. If you follow the channel, someone jumps in and follows the channel, I'll probably acknowledge you. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. But the whole purpose of this stream on Twitch tonight is to do Reforged Radio. If you're not familiar with Reforged Radio, if you're listening to this tomorrow or today, I guess, and you didn't watch it live, this is basically a podcast dedicated to all things Realm Royale Reforged, which is the new version that was released on August the 22nd of this year of our favorite game in the world, Realm Royale. They've now renamed it. It's new. There's been 2 updates. We're expecting more updates in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And so I do this show. I ask people that stream the game in the community who are developers or work on the game or people that have input, people that are professional players or just fucking cool motherfuckers to come on and talk about their experiences with Realm Royale. So, tonight we have a guy. If you guys don't know this guy, his name is UndercoverMario. I pulled this fucking dope ass fucking remix of fucking some fucking Mario music tonight to intro him. So, with no further ado, I will bring the man in here and we will fucking get this thing going. Yo, Mario! Can you hear me, man? Do I have you turned down? Hello? I don't have him turned. I don't have him turned on. Oh God! Hold on. It always helps when you say hi if you're unmuted.
Yeah.
We can edit that out later. It'll look clean on the fucking podcast. Don't even. Well, listen, man. Like, holy shit, bro. Let me just start off by saying this. Thank you for doing this. It can be really nerve-wracking, especially if you're not someone who's been asked to do this a lot. One of the things that I've tried to do in this community is try to involve myself in as many live streams as I can and as many communities as I can. And when I kind of come across somebody and I get a certain vibe from them, I'm like, you know what? That guy might be cool to like do a little bit more talking to, try to find out a little bit more about. And I kind of like the vibe that they've got as far as what they're streaming. And it also helps, obviously, that you're playing a lot of Realm Royale right now. So,
Right.
With that said, I always do the same thing. I put some talking points up, and I know that we kind of had a little conversation yesterday, so I don't want anybody to think this was totally set up, but it's totally set up. Someone told me I talk too loud, so I'm gonna move my mic back a little bit. There we go. That's better. So let's start off with UndercoverMario. And as I asked you, or I told you, hey, this is gonna be like the first topic, you were like, bro, are you sure you want to hear about this? This is some scandalous shit that went on. Is the reason why this is my name. So I said, don't tell me. Like, this will be great content. You just wait and tell me on the pod, dude. So tell everybody, in case nobody knows, how did you end up with the name UndercoverMario?
I mean, okay, so it's I don't know if I'd call it some scandalous shit, but it's well, back in the day, I used to smoke a lot of the marijuana.
Ah, okay.
I haven't smoked in years now. It's not a thing that I enjoy anymore. Not for any reasons other than I don't enjoy doing it. when I do it, I don't have a good time.
Interesting.
So,
The paranoia sets in.
yeah, kind of actually. But yeah, no. I used to have like now. I mean, obviously, anybody who knows me knows I have really long hair now. But I used to have kind of like it was kind of like shaggy hair. But I also always wore a hat, and so like it would poof out underneath my hat, right? And it would like poof out to the sides. My hair was very like poofy and it curled. And one day I was hanging out with a couple of my friends, and we were smoking. We were stoned like a gravel road. And for some reason, some dude, one of the dudes, we called him J Lock, uh, because his last name was Lock. All right, we weren't very creative back in the day. But he looked over at me, and I have no clue why to this day. But he's like, "Man, the way you're sitting there and looking right now, you look exactly like Mario." And then he goes off on this whole tangent about how I've secretly been the actual Mario this entire time during our whole friendship, and I've just been keeping it under wraps. We're three people. We are three 16-year-olds stoned like a gravel road. And he just goes on this whole tangent about how I've been Mario this whole time and I've just been keeping it under wraps and I've been undercover, and it just like literally I changed my Twitter name that day to Undercover Mario. I changed everything that day. I was like Undercover Mario.
So what you're telling us is this was the birth of a stoned incident with your friends back in the day, and then you thought this was the coolest thing ever back then, and then it just kind of stuck. Is that what I'm hearing?
Basically, yeah. I thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever heard.
That is that is so good.
I've had this since I was 15 or 16. I was somewhere around there. So I've been Undercover Mario since back then.
Yeah, speaking of our guy like Total Pro, I know that sometimes he talks about wishing that he had made a change at some point because this was like his name from when he was like 14 or 15 years old. But I like his name personally. I don't know why he doesn't like his name, but yeah, no, I'm down with his name. So tell us a little bit about your history in Realm. Like at the bottom, the end of this, obviously, what we really want to know is what is it that you love so much about Realm? Why are you playing it so much right now? Kind of how did you get involved in it, and how did you kind of get away from it, and then what brought you back?
Well, I mean, what originally brought me to Realm is like I played the game back when it was in alpha, but I only played it for like 3 days, and I thought this was right whenever I switched to PC, so I was already having a lot of trouble, switching from I was on PlayStation before. I was already having a lot of trouble switching over. So I played it for like 3 days whenever it first came out in alpha and everything, and I was like, I don't know this. I don't know if this is the game for me.
So wait, you were playing on console?
No, it was right when I switched to PC is whenever
Got you.
it came out in alpha and all that.
Gotcha.
So I was already struggling and everything with switching to PC just in general. So like I was like, I don't know if this is the game for me. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy this game. So I quit. And it was like maybe a year later, maybe a little less. Maybe a little less than a year later, I don't know, that I came back randomly. I was just like looking for something to play. I was really just looking for a game to play. And I downloaded Realm again. I was like, fuck it, I'll give this game another shot. And the game felt after getting used to the mouse, the game felt really nice, and I was already streaming at that point. I used to stream Rainbow Six Siege. That's what I was doing when I found Realm.
Interesting.
And then I found Realm, and I was like, I refound Realm, and then I was like, this game just feels so fun. Like there's so much to do in this game. The class system back then, whenever I came back to it, it wasn't locked. So you could have a longbow and a sniper rifle as assassin.
That's kind of when I rolled into the game too, is right after that patch where they had unlocked everything and everyone was like, this sucks, and why did they do this? They're ruining the game. And I'm like, this is the only game I've ever known, man. I never knew class locking, and armor.
Yeah.
I only knew it that way, that we've been playing it basically for the last, I guess, year or two, you know?
Oh, exactly. But like what happened was like I was already having a little bit of fun with the game, well, I was having a lot of fun with the game, and then I just felt like the community really like I was a nobody. I'm talking I'm talking like 1 to 2 viewers,
Right.
I was a nobody, and I felt like the community really just like opened their arms and was like, "Welcome in, brother." Like, I mean, I had perplexity in the first couple, like in the first 3 weeks of me streaming the game. I had perplexity, Glock 9, Idiot Mouse, and I'm not gonna sit here and list all the people, but
Right. All
if you
them
play Realm,
guys.
you know them. Yeah, if you play Realm, you know these guys, and I had them not only knowing who I was, but literally talking to me like I was one of them,
Oh,
which
wow.
I felt like, I wasn't, like, because I mean, these people are sitting up there with high views and, high sub counts, and they're doing stuff, they're doing big things. They're all great people. I've got nothing bad to say about any of them, but it just felt like the community just opened up to me so hard and really like made me feel like a part of something more than I'm just a dude sitting here playing video games, It made me feel like I was a part of something. And we could all talk about we'd all get, some of us would get together, sometimes if it's just in another streamer's chat, and it's a bunch of us just talking about the game, about this thing that we all come together and connect over, about this is the only game I've ever found where you actually connect with people. Other games you get on, you play against people, you play with people, Like, I'm a big fan of Valorant. Valorant's one of my, a game that I really love.
Sorry to
When you
hear
get on
that.
there, I know, right? A lot of people don't like it. But when you get on there, it's you'll play with somebody, you might have a great time with your teammates that you meet. You might have a great time. But as soon as the game's over, they're gone. Like,
You've moved on. Yeah.
they don't exist anymore. In
No,
Realm,
you're 100% right, man.
Good fight.
This community is an interesting community because if you get in the right way and you kind of get in with the in crew and you kind of vibe with a certain subset of people, the next thing you know is you're in every single stream and everybody seems to be in that stream, and then they raid off to the next stream. You're like, I know this guy, and then the next one and the next one, and there's definitely like this part of the community, which I think is for the most part a large part of it, that is very much like that, where there's not a lot of, who cares who's bigger, smaller, newer, older. And I think that, like, I've seen people jump on that we've never seen before, and they'll have 2 or 3 viewers, and there'll be a group of us that'll kind of pop over there and be like, hey, this guy's cool, and then the next thing we know, like, we brought another one in, and then they're part of it, and then boom, they're rolling. Like, it's just, it's an amazing community from that standpoint. So it sounds like you got lucky and got with that crowd when you showed up. I'm not here to tell my story tonight, but I ended up in the wrong side of that crowd. So I had a lot of stuff I needed to do to kind of get myself back into this community at some point. But let's transition from that, because I think talking about the game and talking about the community and talking about your love of it. And I'll preface this question because you and I obviously have had a little bit of a conversation regarding this next topic of Realm Partner. I certainly don't want you to air all of your grievances tonight, but certainly feel free to, speak your mind. But, without talking about wanting it or not wanting it, I thought I'd throw a different little curveball at you, Mario. Tell me, when you see Realm Partner, when you hear the word Realm Partner, when you understand maybe even a little bit about what's Realm Partner, what has attracted you to that thought of, man, I wish I could do that? Or people might be telling you, hey, man, why are you not doing that? What do you think it is about it that, like, makes you interested in doing it? What would you bring to it, so to speak, that maybe isn't there? Or do you just feel like, hey, man, I play all the time, I should be a partner? Like, what's your take on that from that standpoint?
I don't think playing all the time should make you a partner. I know that, like, I told you earlier, or yesterday, I do know that sometimes whenever I'm streaming and the topic comes up, that I get a little, like, I get a little overboard about it.
You get emotional, man, because it's something where you're like, yeah, I agree with you. What the hell? I was the same way. We all feel that way, I think.
I do get a little emotional, especially because like I have viewers that whenever the subject of realm partner comes up, I have viewers that are like, I don't understand why you're not realm partner. I don't understand why you're not. And I'm like, I know, right? But for me, I really think that, and like I've said, I refuse to talk bad about anybody, but I just I think if you're gonna be partnered with Realm Royale, which is literally the game that I love the most. I mean, even like whenever they dropped this game the first time and said they weren't going to develop it anymore, like my heart broke. I was really upset about it. I did stop playing it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, I was diehard and I stuck through it, because I didn't. I stopped playing it because I was just really upset that like they took this game that had a community that loved it, and it had a community that was so hard about it, and they dropped it. I was really upset. So I just think that if you are partnered with Realm, all of your grievances with Realm don't need to be aired. What needs to be aired is all of the things that are that they're doing right. I feel like as a Realm partner, you really, really should be trying to bring more players into this game, because the thing is what is keeping Realm down right now, in my opinion, is the lack of content. It is the lack of content. It's the lack of promotion. We don't have a lot of people making content for this game, promoting this game, showing people how fun this game actually is. This game is the most fun game I have ever played. I swear this is like the most fun I have ever had on a video game. I mean, I love my Valorant. I love my Rainbow Six. I love my RPG games. I love my Valheim and all those games. I love those. Yes, they're very fun. But those are games I want to sit down and like watch Netflix with and chill out. But when I want to play a game and be, even if I'm doing pubs, I get a little competitive in my pubs. Yeah,
Sure.
I have fun in my pub games and whatnot. But if I want to play a game like that, this is the game I go to. It is so different from every other battle royale. And I know I'm getting a little off topic of the Realm.
No, you're doing great, man. Keep going. This is perfect.
This is the best battle royale I've ever played. And I mean, I played PUBG. I played oh god, what's the Call of Duty one called? Warzone. I've played Apex. I've played all of them. I've played all of them.
I have it for you, Mario. I'm going to help you. On this one, okay? It's the only game that I've ever played where if I decide to sit down and I'm in the mood to W key a lobby, that it allows me and affords me the ability to have that skill gap exist where I can literally go and sweat out pubs or even play some competitive stuff. Or I can literally have 2 or 3 people come in and be like, bro, you guys want to squat up? And then just go and be jackasses all night long and have just as much fun playing the game in an entirely different way, but yet it's the same game. And I just never had a game have that same mixture and balance of fun and competitive, where you can be literally playing competitively, die in a stupid funny way and be like, fucking Realm, dude, god damn it, got stuck on this bridge, or whatever it is, or this guy third party me was just hiding in this house with this sword. Like, it's funny and like tilting all at the same time. There's just not another game that gives me the ability to feel that way. So I think that's what you're trying to say is really like, it can be fun, it can be demanding, you can be competitive, you can be casual, and you can make content in any one of those genres at any given time, which I know is why I love it. So do you think that a partner should be the best players in the game, or do you think partners should just be people that are trying to bring more people in and just making maybe some fun content? Like, what is the choice if you had your way with it and you could decide, what they chose, and which one of those do you think you really fall into the category of?
Honestly, I don't think that I don't think partners should have anything to do with your skill level of the game. Like,
Thank
I
God.
mean, it should have nothing to do with whether or not I mean, you could be like the most trash player in the world,
Wait,
but if you're
are you talking about me right
if
now, or
you're
are you just talking generally?
I'm talking about you. No, I'm kidding. No,
Fair.
like you could be the most
Facts.
trash player in the world, and if
Facts.
you're having a good time on Realm and you're telling people that, you know, this game is great, and necessarily, I mean, I'm not, you don't necessarily have to like, be constantly telling people this game is great, but people can tell from your vibe. People can tell from how if you're enjoying the game. And you're putting out content, which I try to put out content on like TikTok and everything. I'm very bad at editing videos, but I'm getting better every day. I'm working on it. My editing skills are subpar at the moment, but I'm poor and I can't afford to hire an editor. Yeah, no, I mean, if you can put out good content about the game and promote the game and try to bring new players in, like like I told you the other day, one of my big things is when I get new players, well, not even new players, people that don't have the game yet. They come into my chat and they're like, "Hey, I saw this game and wanted to check it out. Like, is it worth it?" and this that, and the other, and they ask all kinds of questions, and I obviously tell them yes, 100% worth it. Like, this game is amazing. And then they start asking about such and such issue and blah 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 blah, whatever it is. And I mean, I tell them like, yes, this game is buggy, it's got its bugs, it's got its issues, but I think it's important to give the developers a chance. They're listening to what we have to say. So like, move. I think we need realm partners, and even if I never become realm partner, I really hope that the people that they do partner in the future are people that are going to look to the future of the game rather than look to the past of the game and all the issues that have gone on and the issues that are currently going on. Look to all the updates. Look at what they fixed. Look at what they've added. Look at what they're trying to do. Like, I mean, they have a roadmap. They
They do.
have
They do.
plans.
So,
I don't know it all.
it's interesting.
But look at that.
Like, there's in all honesty, man, there is a jealousy that exists within me, and it's not a jealousy like I hate that person, I'm jealous of them. It's maybe it's not jealousy. It's an envy. I have an envy. And you and a handful of streamers that play this game, and there's other people that play other games that also have this attribute, but I consider myself a storyteller, okay? So I'm the guy that, like, once the actions kind of calm down, I can kind of like articulate a story, weave it in, as where people like you are literally telling the dialogue and story as you're doing it. And I don't possess that. Like, I can't be chasing the guy going, "Come here, you fucker. Okay, yeah, oh, go over there. Okay, bitch." Like, you're literally talking about what's happening as you're playing this game, and it's hilarious a lot of the times. As where I would need to wait until like the fight's over, like I've been dead silent for literally 2 minutes. People are like, "Oh, you're on mute." I'm like, "No, I'm just just sweating right now. So here's what happened," and then like I can describe it maybe in an entertaining way, but dude, you have that thing that like Nikki has it. Total has it, Adam has it. Like, I could go on and on and on. There's just a group of you guys that when I watch your streams, I'm like, fuck, I wish I could talk like that. Like my friend Angry Gaming, whenever he like chases somebody, goes, "Oh, come here, don't you run from your feelings. Don't you run from your feelings." He's got this like New York, thick Buffalo, New York accent. And it's just funny when he says it, because I'm like, who is he talking to? No one can hear him right now, And that's the same way I feel when I watch some of you guys, and I'm just like watching your streams, and you're like, "Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, buddy. All right. Okay." You do a lot of those where, "Okay, oh, you shot at me. Okay." And then like, you'll just go and you'll do, am I embarrassing you, or does this make sense? Or do you agree with what I'm saying?
I mean,
do you even notice that you do it?
I don't notice whenever
it's just a talent, bro. I'm telling you, it's a talent.
I have watched clips and VODs and everything that I've done where I've been doing that type of thing, but I don't know.
You're like, how did I do that, right? You're like, how did I ramble that off like that? I'm brilliant.
Like, I just talk, like
Yeah, I don't have that gift like you do, man. Like you have a gift of description while playing where I have to literally finish a segment of what I'm doing and then talk about it, and it's never quite as entertaining. You know, like all my clips I put on TikTok are me looking at the camera at the end and saying something, and that's not because that's what I planned. That's just how it is for me. Your clips are like, all right, this fucking guy, oh, he thinks he's smart. Oh, he's going to use that weapon. Okay. I just don't have it, bro. I don't have that game. It's not one of the tools in my fucking, bucket that I use, man. And so when I watch you guys, I'm like, man, I wish I could be descriptive like these guys. Because it's funny. It's entertaining, man. It really is.
I feel that. Like, I kind of just whenever I'm doing that type of stuff, the way that I do it is just all the thoughts. I mean, I'm sure you have thoughts going on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I just let my mouth go on autopilot whenever I'm playing. Like if I have a thought, I just say it. Like I let my mouth go on autopilot and just play my game. Which that's another thing that about Realm that I really like is, for me, there's a couple other games that I can, play and talk with, but when I'm playing Realm, it's like I know the game. I know what I'm doing. I know how to, I know. I'm not gonna say I know everything about the game, or I'm the best player, because I'm not. But I feel like I can just go on autopilot and play Realm. Like I can just.
Right. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So I ask every single person that I bring on, I always throw them like a question that I didn't give them a heads up on. It's usually not an aha or like gotcha moment. But I did want to ask you, like, as we seemingly approach this 6 weeks from the last patch, is there something that you're looking forward to that maybe there's been a rumbling about? Or is there something that you feel like might be coming that you're like super pumped about? Or is there something that's super broken or irritating to you that you're hoping gets fixed in this third patch? What are some of your hopes and aspirations or hopes to be fixed coming up here in the hope for the next 2-3 weeks?
Here's the thing. Like with this type of question, I could go on probably for like 6 more hours. So
no. We only have like 10 minutes. Let's.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna have to
Give me high level, Mario. I need high level. Okay, high level.
The things that I think that are really things that I think that are broken. One is, I don't know, I the gatekeeper. I'm telling you, it is just far too accurate. It is far too accurate. I get domed from a gatekeeper from sniper rifle distance, and they just laser you. It's insane. It's far too accurate. I would say that console aim assist is a little rough right now. I understand console players, they obviously aim assist needs to be a thing for console players,
Right.
But I believe it's a little too strong right now, and especially with the burst rifle.
Oh God.
The burst rifle is nutty. So I would really love to see that changed. As far as like things that I would really love to see, like I've mentioned multiple times, I would love to see being able to customize settings for custom games. I know that's a bigger ask. That's a farther down the road type of thing.
Right.
But I would really love to see that. That would be amazing. Because I'm not huge in the competitive scene, but I play competitive from time to time. I play in the comp games. I play in the customs, every now and then.
I'm pretty sure that that's been widely spoken about, and I think that Thor has even mentioned that it's something that's on his radar that he would love to work through and work into. It's just a matter of having the time and what kind of priority that it's in. But I think that that's something that's definitely on the team's like radar as far as something that's important, because quite honestly, man, there was a nice little competitive bump here after the first patch, And then I think people got a little bit frustrated, and I think it had everything to do with exactly what you're talking about, which is if, hey, there's only 20 people, if we could make the circle around these two areas, you know, and limit the lobby to 20 people and have it be, you know, solos, duos, whatever, I think that changes the ability for them to continue to play competitively. So I think that they're well aware of that. What else are you thinking?
I've got I mean, obviously, a battle pass would be really huge. If they dropped a battle pass, that would be insane. I think that would encourage people to, like, especially people that already know about the game. But you know, people that already know about the game, it would definitely encourage them to come back and play it.
Right.
If they're streamers, they're probably going to be streaming it. But new players, when they come in and they see a battle pass, and you know they see this, that would definitely help with them, because nowadays, you know, nowadays with gaming in the state that it's in, every game has a battle pass. You know, every game has like that thing.
The battle pass, I think, was created out of battle royales. The whole battle part of the word battle pass is from battle royale. So I know that I've heard Thor say that it seems really odd that we would have a battle royale without a battle pass. So again, I know that that's something that they've talked deeply and heavily about. You know what's interesting is that, like, a lot of people, when they came up with mastery this last time, right, where you go 100 and you get the cool white and gold skin, or whatever you want to call it, silver, white, gold skin. And a few people, and like Total's a very good example, he decided to, like, you know, go alt account so that he could regrind it. And I think he's enjoyed doing that. But what's funny is he'll still complain, like, you know, that he hasn't gotten to a certain point, so he can't unlock this certain thing, which is kind of funny about it. But I think a battle pass, I know for me, as long as it wasn't too easy to just run through, like if it took me, even if I was playing a few months to get through it, would really create some unbelievable, at least again, for guys like you and me, content that we could put out there, that would be like, wait, what game is this? What's that skin? You know, that's what I'm hoping for. Like, I can't wait. Like I put a couple of videos up with like the Light Fighter skins, and people were like, what is this? Is this still Realm Royale? What is that skin? Where did you get that at? And it's like, yes, that's getting through to them. There's something different. They piqued their interest. Let's go. And so it becomes super easy to sell the game if I'm like, hey, look at this bitchin' freaking skin when you hit level whatever, you know, like this is you know, it'd be nice to see some completely like different looking skins, not just like a rewrap or a, you know, different variant of what we currently have. That would be my most excitement.
I agree with that. I mean, like the way they did it before with the progression of, you know, you couldn't forge this, that, and the other until you reach a certain level. That was rough. That was rough. That was it made new players. It made it really hard for new players. But I really think if they had, you know, a skin progression, you know, or maybe an emote or a spray, but
and
skins would probably be the best.
I even know, like, someone had mentioned on one of these pods that I did, they're like, you know, it'd be cool is if like in Fortnite, where you could access your entire skin thing from the wheel. Like if there was a wheel that you could like page down to get to one specific emote. Like, I don't know how important that is, but definitely is something fun. You know, you've got your favorites like in Fortnite, but then you can literally go 4 pages back and use a spray from like, you know, 2018 or whatever. That would be cool to have some more stuff like that. As well as, you know what else I would like to see? I would like us to have like a split 3 or 4 seconds after we win the game so that we can emote, dude. Like, I want to emote on them, baby, right? Don't we want to emote on them?
I'll tell you what, another thing that I've thought about a lot is I believe it would be, I know this seems like a minor thing, but I think it would be insane if we could access the armory while we're on the Zeppelin. If we could change skins, you know,
if we could go in there, change our skin, change our loadout. Yeah, I think that's been,
as long as you're
that
on
someone's
Zeppelin,
brought that up. I mean, because you are on the fucking Zeppelin for like what, almost 2 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
I think there might be a way for them to do that, and I certainly hope that ends up being something that they can do. Or are you in trouble? Someone's waiting for you to go to bed, huh? Behind you.
Oh no, that's my wife. No one's waiting for me to go to bed.
Okay. But yeah, man. Like, is there anything else that you like want to throw out? Any questions that you might have for me, or anything you want to put out in the world before we shut this thing down and send everybody off to see Mr. Aerocloud?
Ooh, you're gonna rate Aerocloud?
Oh
Let's
yeah,
get it.
Aerocloud's my bro, dude.
I love Aerocloud. That's a whole separate conversation.
Yeah, we can't even get into that right now. Let's see, we got sober chimkins tonight, so it should be mellow over there. Sober chimkins tonight instead of drunk chimkins.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
like the drunk chimkins.
The drunk chickens can get a little out of control over there sometimes. I've seen some wild shit in the last few weeks.
But no, I mean, like, honestly, all I'd say is, like, for anyone who's listening or watching right now, this, that, and the other, is I've had a lot of people try to talk me into giving up on this game, and I mean, some of them had, like I've said, some of them, I'd say some of them, it's been two of them are Realm partners, and they try to talk me into giving up on this game. Not just me specifically, but the community at large. Giving up on it, letting it go because there's this bug, there's that bug, there's this problem, there's this issue. I really want people to look towards the future of the game. All right, this is a game we've all come together and we've all loved, and we all think this game is great. It has potential. Why are we talking about its downfalls right now rather than talking about where the game is going? The game is going to it's going places if we don't give up on it. We have to stand strong and promote this game, stick with it through the rough patches, and just focus on what's coming. It's getting better. It's gotten better with every patch. They fixed issues with every patch.
Mario, let me ride your coattails on this, man, and just say something else to anybody that hears this. And by the way, you guys, this will be on Spotify tomorrow. This will be on YouTube tomorrow, and I probably will make this particular VOD available for you guys if you want to watch it here on Twitch tomorrow. But let me say this. I spent the better part of this last year, promoting a game that we really didn't know if it was going to make it back, right? We didn't know. It was all speculative. Obviously, I was one of those people that really dug deep to find out what's really happening and tried to temper people's expectations, but also tell people you're wrong. That's not possible, and here's the reason why. And so I want to throw a little bit of something just to make you hopefully feel a little bit better too. I'm not stupid, okay? I pay pretty close attention. Very rarely am I caught off guard with stuff having to do with this game. But the second that I feel like there's a lull, for example, like there's been a little bit of a lull, I'll be honest with you. I'm the first guy in my DMs asking a lot of questions. And I'm quite sure that the questions I'm asking and the people that I'm asking them to, at some point, if this thing were really going to just die off and not be worth it and be a complete waste of time, I feel that I have a good enough relationship with some people right now where they would say, Smarmy, time to go away, right? And that hasn't happened for me yet, And I'd be shocked to find out that this game is dying underneath my watch at this point. And when I say my watch, I mean to say I'm putting content out every single day, as everyone knows, right? I'm streaming on other platforms. I'm doing this podcast here. I'm trying to post content on YouTube. All of it has nothing to do with me becoming a famous streamer, by the way. It just has to do with come play our game. Come play our game. And then I will take 1 second to tell you a cool story in case I didn't tell you this the other day. I was on live on TikTok the other night. This girl came in. She was 16, 17 years old. And she's like, I just found you on my For You page. What is this? Chit chat, back and forth. She's like, I'm downloading the game right now. And I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. I'm like, do you want to jump in and play with? She's like, I'm down. She downloaded the game, never played it in her life, hopped in with us. We squatted it. First game, we let her kill the last chicken, because you got to let her kill the last chicken. Hooked, bro.
Right,
the next day, she's inviting her friends that are like not playing the game to come play the game. And they're talking about squads and shit, we got second. It's like, that's why I'm posting this content, everybody. If you hear me or you see this, that's why Mario wants to be a partner, because he wants to be part of that process of where we see the look on people's faces or hear that tone of their voice when they find this game the way we found this game, and then they can't understand why they're literally addicted to it. It's because there's something about this game. Listen, I don't know any other game in the world that went away for 2.5 years and they told us was completely dead. And then just based on the love of the community and people within that community doing some shit, got them to put the game back and like go forward with it. Like there's something going on here, you guys. So whether those guys partnered or not, told you to go away from the game, man, I'm just telling you, I promise you, like I always tell Total, we joke about this all the time. If I find something out, bro, I'll hit you up, okay? I'll let you know right away. You're in the circle now, okay? I'll call you. Mario, time to quit, dude. Here's why, okay? I hear anything, trust me, dude. I promise I will let you know.
Hey, you trust and believe. I'm not going anywhere.
No, I know you're not, man.
Unless they shut the servers down, man. I love this game. This game is the most fun game I've ever played.
I'm with you, 100%.
I talk to people even whenever whenever they gave up development on it and everyone stopped playing. I was still telling people like this is the game that I really fell in love with. This is the game that I want to come back. This is the game that I love this game, and there's just never been a game that I've vibed with this hard. I love this game.
I've said it 100 times, man. This is like your Uncle Johnny, right? You go to the funeral, they bury him. You watched him get buried. You saw the casket. You saw him close it. You saw him put it under the ground. You saw him put the dirt on top of it, and you went home and you carried on with your life. And then one day, 2.5 years later, Uncle Johnny knocks on the door. He's like, "Yo, you guys buried me alive, man. I was still alive. I just finally figured out how to get back to you guys." And then the first thing we do is we're like, "Johnny, you need to get a job. You need to get your room in order. You need to buy a house. You need to get a car. You need to get a woman. You need to get..." You're like, "Whoa, can Johnny just be alive for a second? Can we just let him breathe a little bit? Before we start requiring Johnny to get back into life?" I mean, he was freaking dead. We buried him alive. That's the analogy, dude, right? That's the analogy I give people. Guys, relax. They told us 3 patches. And listen, I'm going to be critical of this 3rd patch. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'll be critical of this 3rd patch. I will look at this 3rd patch. Okay, you said you wanted 3 patches. And this is what we got after 3 patches. Okay, here's my concerns. Or you know what? Holy shit. I cannot believe what we have. Those are going to be the reactions, one or the other. I'm a black and white guy, meaning my wife tells me all the time, well, you never concede the gray area. You're always either one extreme or the other. You never see the middle row on anything. And I'm like, yeah, it's because why negotiate? It's either this or it's that. That's the way it is. She's like, yeah, whatever, dude. She hates it about me, but that's how I am.
Dude, I gotta say, if the game, if the game is left in the state that it is right now.
Ooh, interesting.
If the game is left in the state that it is right now, I'm honestly not upset about it.
Interesting.
I would
people headline news.
To see I would love to see some improvements. I would love to see some changes. There are definitely things I think need changed, definitely things that I think need improved.
Okay, wait a minute. Stop. Time out here. Are you telling me that if they left it the way it is, change wise, and just clean it up some, that you'd be good for a long time? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I'd be good.
Ooh, interesting. That's really dude. I've never heard that take yet. I'm still in the family of people that believes there better be more. You know what I mean? There better be more or else. I'm probably in that group right now.
Me, man. I really hope there's more. I really want there to be more, and I really do believe there needs to be more. But
we already talked about the gatekeeper tickle. You missed it.
Yeah, you missed it. The gatekeeper is
tomorrow on Spotify. You can hear Mario talk all about the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I ain't got time to go into it because I'll smash.
Right. But listen, Mario, man, I just one more time, dude. I don't want to drag this thing on all night because you and I are the kind of guys that can just talk all night. Literally, we'll do it again at some point. Maybe we'll do it after that 3rd patch. We'll come back and we'll talk about some of the changes. But I just wanted to let you know how much I really appreciate you being willing to come in here and do this. I know you're on the East Coast, so it's later for you. I just really appreciate you, man. I love your content. I enjoy getting to pop into your streams during the day because I actually still work from home. So I don't really get to participate in your streams as much, but I definitely get to have them on in the background. And until a pro stream comes on or Adam, then, you kind of just got to tab up for, But anyway, man, I just, from the bottom of my heart, dude, totally appreciate you. Appreciate what you're doing for this game. I think you're you've become an unbelievable advocate here recently, and I just wanted to have you on and have you talk about it tonight. And so thank you very much for what you're doing for the game, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course. That's what I'm here for, man. I really love this game. I love promoting it. I'm not the biggest content creator out there, but I'm doing my part. You know.
Right
I'll
on,
tell
man.
people about the game as much as I can.
Well, Mario, thank you so much, man. I'm gonna cut you loose and let you get to whatever you're gonna do, man. And I will see you, I'm sure, in your stream here shortly, next couple days, man. Thank you so much again for coming in and doing Reforged Radio, brother.
No worries, big dog. I appreciate you having me.
You got it, man.
Later.
You guys, there he is. Undercover Mario, you guys. Yo. So listen, you guys. If you're new to the stream here, you're new to Reforged Radio, this shows up on Spotify tomorrow, shows up on YouTube tomorrow, shows up as a VOD here after I make it available. Please go give some love to our guy AeroCloud, who we're going to raid right now. For those of you wondering, I will be live on TikTok in about an hour. I'm going to chill out for a few. I got a couple of housekeeping things to do, but I'll be on TikTok live around 10 p.m. tonight. I love you guys. Thank you guys. Be good. Be kind. I'll see you guys on TikTok at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Love you guys. Later.